All right, we're rolling. How's it going, everybody? I'm Nick, and this is my first Pokemon video I'm making. I'm making it without a capture card, so I'll go over a little bit about how I get around needing a capture card. It's a little painstaking, but it also makes me able to fit more matches into one video, so I think that's kind of nice. Um, but maybe in the future I'll get a capture card. So, yeah, what I basically do is just I use my USB, or not my USB, my micro SD that's in the back of the Switch, and I download videos onto that. I take 30-second clips at a time, and then you know put the SD in another device so that I can hook it to my laptop because for some reason the Switch won't download files to my laptop. So from another device, get the videos and put them together, make this. Yeah, it's really not that bad. Um, so there's multiple ways that I think about Pokemon, I guess I would say. I like to rank people in certain ways. And so, like, when I think about who is what makes somebody good at Pokemon, I guess, I think about it in terms of skills, stats, and team. So, like, how good are you at team building? How good are you at giving your Pokemon different, like, adjusting their stats? I would probably give someone a 0 if they just don't IV train at all and have, like, uh, a Pokemon that's really special attack bulky with, like, lowered special attack or something. So, that would be if you're bad at doing stats. And skills, yeah. How good are you just as a trainer? How do you stock up? How are you playing the game? So I mean, I gave myself a pretty, I would say, conservative estimate for skills. I wanted to say like an 8, but I'll give myself a 6/7. I'm sure there's some things I could improve on. I like to think that I'm pretty good at building my stats up. I like to be like generally pretty rounded in my stats, but there are some Pokemon that I know it's better to just put 2 stats all the way up. And team building, I like to use unique teams. I don't like to use the standard best team. I find it very satisfying to make a team that I just think I want to try, and then it works pretty well. So yeah, I don't use the best teams, but I like them. So 6/8, or 6 to 8 is what I said. So some of my teams aren't as good. Some they work. But so another way that I like to think about what makes Pokemon good is 3 different things. So there are bulky and tanky Pokemon that just soak up damage, and maybe they're also pretty strong with dealing out damage, but having bulky Pokemon, quick and strong Pokemon. So get out from the gate, do damage. That's I like to take that route sometimes. And then tricky. So like, are you putting people to sleep, doing trick rooms for techs, stuff like that. And of course, you can do a combination of all of those. But uh, those are the 3 main categories that I put Pokemon into, and I think it covers all the bases in my opinion. So in the videos that I'm going to show today, I'll show you the 3 teams that I'm going to use, and if since I recorded them like with the 30-second thing, there might be like 1 or 2 plays that just get cut out, and I'll fill back in what got cut out. And if in the future I play a game where I lose, I might talk about what I could have done to win it, or if I win, what could my opponent have done to make me not win. So yeah, I'll talk about that. But here's my teams. So I got a little lazy and I just took pictures of these instead of reconnecting my SD card. So sorry if it looks a little bad, but yeah, I have Arcanine with Leftovers Intimidate, Urshifu with Assault Vest, Morpeko with Focus Sash, Type Null with Eviolite, Excelgor with Wise Glasses, and Quick Draw, Quick Claw, Slowbro. I like to use a lot of physical attacks, or I guess I would say I like to be aggressive. I like to go straight for attacks, and I do have teams that use tricky things, but in general, I like to just have some very diversity of attacks so I can do as much super effective hits as I can as possible. But yeah, I really like that team. Type Null is one of my favorites. Just has like 400 defense and special defense with the Eviolite, and he's just ridiculous. But Morpeko is also very you can't underestimate him, especially with a max airstream and a Aurora Wheel. Just get that speed up. So yeah, this is my second team. Kind of tricky team. I like to run Beartic and Abomasnow in the front because Beartic has the Slush Rush, so I have his speeds IV trained so that he would even be quicker than a Dragapult with the snow. So yeah, we have Ludicolo with Big Root. He sees some use, not as much. Halancha with Wide Lens. Got Beartic with the Never Melt Ice. Abomasnow with Light Clay. Drapion with Sniper and Razor Claw, and Hydreigon with Levitate and Weakness Policy. I have another version of this team where I like to run Goodra instead of Hydreigon with the Weakness Policy, and it works really well, but I also, since I have Earthquake on my Drapion, I have this version of the team with Halancha and Hydreigon, in case I want to fire off some Earthquakes. Yeah, and then this is my third team that you'll see me use today. I have Pincurchin with Lightning Rod, Rocky Helmet, Clefable with Magikarp Bright Powder, Marowak with Rockhead Thick Club. I have Type Null. This is a different Type Null, so I run two Type Nulls. I have a Type Null that is special attack and regular attack, so it just has all attacks. And then I have a tricky Type Null on this team with Swords Dance and then all attack moves. And it works pretty well, especially with the Follow Me setup. And then I have a not Galar Slowbro with Quick Claw just to get that little quick thing on there still, and Trick Room. And then I have Shiinotic with Focus Sash. I just like Shiinotic more than Amoonguss for some reason. I know Amoonguss has all the bells and whistles with Rage Powder and Protect and whatever, but I run my Shiinotic. And I actually get really annoyed when people use a lot of spores. Like, I've heard people say that people should only be allowed to use Spore once in a game, and I like that, but obviously you can't get everyone to stick to that. So that's just how it is. But let me start playing some of these videos for you. I do want to just say really quick, like, when people do that, they have that picture with the sleeping thing. I just feel like that's so like I don't know what the word is. Inflated ego. Like they're like, I'm gonna put you to sleep. We'll see. Or they're cocky, I guess I would say. It's not an inflated ego. So yeah, this is my Trick Tank team going out first. Dynamax and that Porygon Z, you know they wanted to go for it. Big hit on my Clefable. But I'll get the Trick Room. So yeah, I sent out the type null. Got cut off a little bit with the time because of the 30-second thing. Yeah, type null comes out. Get off the sword dance. It was a hard call. I mean, I knew they weren't gonna target my type null here just because Slowbro's out and they have max lightning. So, yeah, like I kind of knew what was gonna happen there. But I got off the sword dance, and that matters a lot. So yeah, it cut off a little bit there, but Shiinotic is my back Pokemon. So I had Shiinotic in the back, Dynamax that type null, do some damage. I felt like it was kind of surprising how little that Max Flutterby did, but I mean, it is not very effective, and Clefairy has Eviolite, so what can you really expect? But look at how little this Max Lightning does with Eviolite and one special attack dampering. Yeah, they did literally 61 damage. That's not going to help them. So yeah, they went for the double protect. So something that cut off there was that I used my Max Flutterby on the Porygon Z. So that got cut off right at the end, but you'll see how much his health went down. It was a little, I mean, could have been more, but it worked. So this really surprised me while I was playing. I was like, wait, Clefairy went down to that Dazzling Gleam? Like, should that have happened? But I knew that I probably wouldn't have to go for the Flutterby that time since they were going to die. And then, yeah, so he sends out Urshifu and I just forgot the name of it. Dracovish, yeah. So he sends out Urshifu and Dracovish, and I'll let you guys see what happens here. But big damage. Oh man. So that Crush Claw just was like, I feel like when I sent out that Crush Claw, they were probably like, ooh, that's a lot of damage. But if you actually look at how stat changes work, so I had the 1 up on defense boost, and so that's 1.5 less damage. But if you really look at how the game was stacking up at this point, so I had 140 health left on my type null, and I went down to 50. So they did 90 damage, and if I didn't have that 1.5 boost, it would have done around 140 or 135. So I actually still would have maybe survived that with 5 health left. And my Shiinotic wouldn't have gone down to that Psychic Fang. There's just no way. But yeah, so that was how that went. I think if my opponent had doubled up into either my type null or my Shiinotic, it would have been close. Maybe if they doubled up into the Shiinotic, they might have been able to win. But if they had targeted some different people, they would have been able to win too. Like, if they had tried to take out my type null instead of going for Slowbro, because let's be honest, like, my Slowbro was not really putting on that much pressure that game. It was just was there for the trick room, and I managed to bring it back from the going down 2 to 4 and then coming back, so it worked. But yes, this is the second game. I'm running the null and void team, as I like to call it, where I usually start type null Morpeko, because you can't underestimate that Morpeko. But yeah, this game went really weirdly, and I'll explain why. Like there's this one question that I'm like, what? Like what? I like this guy's card. Hmm. I don't know why that didn't go bigger screen. I thought it would. That's okay. So yeah, we saw that they sent out their Amoonguss and their Hitmonchan. I sent out Morpeko type null. Went for the Dynamax right away, because with this type null that's special attack and regular attack with no tricks, it's better to just go right for the Dynamax and start taking some people out while taking ridiculously bulky hits like they're nothing. That was a really good play on his part, honestly. Like, that fake out was important. Even though it didn't matter in the end, I was like, oh man. Yeah, so of course they put me to sleep. Um yeah, so I'm just gonna do that in case it made it so you couldn't see my face. So yeah, they used Rage Powder, right? And then I used Psychic Fang. I was asleep. I thought about using Psychic Fang the first turn, and I was like, oh, I should have done that, but then they faked me out, so it didn't matter. Ooh, okay, so that actually, there was a skip right there. Let me talk about that. So, all we missed right there was Morpeko went down. I sent out Urshifu. They used whatever it's called, Rage Powder. I used Aerial Ace with my Urshifu, and then I used Max Airstream. Luckily I woke up. Yeah, get that Amoonguss out of here. Amoonguss is annoying. I don't really understand why he Drain Punched my Urshifu that turn. Yeah, so it just skipped the turn animation, as you guys have probably seen or figured out. So it saves some time. But yeah, so I Surging Strike into the Hitmonchan. They sent out Dusknoir. Almost said Dusclops. So I was able to, with my speed boosts, outspeed them and get that Aerial Ace, or I mean Surging Strikes, Air Slash, and knock out that Hitmonchan, which was important, honestly. So yeah, they maxed their Dusknoir, and then they sent out Inteleon, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting them to Dynamax their Inteleon, but that's how it goes. And honestly, that critical hit from that Max Phantasm was pretty big. Just like that freeze was very big. Yeah, that critical. I wouldn't have died if they didn't get that critical on my Urshifu, and I would have been able to get off my Drain Punch and kill Inteleon that turn. But c'est la vie. And then so yeah, I sent out Excelgor. They almost killed it one shot with that Max Phantasm. I do run a little bit of bulk on my Excelgor because, why not? I have it like so that his defense isn't really, really low. So I brought up his defense to the level of his special defense. I like my Pokemon to have even special defense and regular defense, unless I'm gonna do something tricky with them. So yeah, they put out Excelgor with that Max Phantasm, whatever. I mean, it's not whatever. It is kind of like, I was like, okay, well, at least I'm facing a ghost with my type null. But this is where it gets very confusing. Oh yeah, so I have a controller on my Switch that is like always scrolling, which is really annoying. It doesn't always do it, so I guess I shouldn't say always. But yeah, so it'll like scroll all the way to the bottom, and that's why I almost quit the game. So, you know, we just start going for some Iron Heads. It's pretty much just the strongest move I have, and that'll hit him, I guess I would say. And it has the chance of flinching, so just in case a flinch helps me, you know. But they set up the Trick Room, which, I don't know. And then they just keep going for Trick Room. Like, they went for Trick Room like 3 or 4 times in a row. Which just kind of shows that they didn't have anything but a ghost move to use on me. So, I mean, I expected that they would have just quit the game at this point, because it's like, well, if you know all you have is a ghost move, and you're just like Trick Room spamming, then why would you even keep going? But you guys will see, and it was, I was like, what? Like, it literally just doesn't make any sense to me, and so you guys will see. Right there. I have no clue what just happened. So, he didn't use a single ghost move when he wasn't maxed. So, the only ghost moves he used were Max, Phantasm. And then he has Trick Room, which is good and well. You know, you get 5 Trick Rooms off. But this is the thing that I don't understand, is how did he just go straight from Trick Room to Struggle and not use any of his ghost moves? Like, if you got that Struggle right there, what ghost move did you even have to use the Max Phantasm? How did you use Max Phantasm? And so I don't get it. Like, they would have had to have a ghost move that has like 1 CP, or like, I'm pretty sure when you Dynamax it gives you new CP levels, so like, or PP, sorry, it's called PP, but got Pokemon Go on the brain, I guess. But yeah, like, I'm like, what just happened there? Where'd the ghost move go? But I still won. So yeah, now we are facing Miguel. I didn't get the first picture of it, but this is gonna be my slush fail team, so who's gonna win? A fire type and a steel type start versus my 2 ice types. So he went for dual wing beat on my on my Abomasnow, which was interesting, I'll say that. Didn't get the kill. That max knuckle down. Like, I didn't think it would do that much damage, because Duraludon's supposed to be really, really defense bulky, right? That did good damage. I'm not gonna lie about that. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, that's a lot. But I got up the Aurora Veil. They sent out Dusclops. Yeah, so sorry, I guess that got cut out a little. So they switched out Duraludon to Dusclops, and so my Max Knuckle did nothing. Good move on their part, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And then they Tailwinded, which I think if they didn't Tailwind that turn, it might have actually gone differently. Big damage from a Flare Blitz. Not going to deny that. Not enough, though. Big Max Hailstorm with that 1+ attack. And now we are 4v2. So yeah, they Dynamaxed their very low CP Duraludon. I guess I get it, because what else are you going to do? Because they had, I think Clefable was their last guy, so yeah, probably not going to Dynamax Clefable, let's be honest. I should have gone for an Earth Power this turn into the Duraludon just to get the kill, but I didn't. So yeah, the Max Steel Spike my Drapion. Drapion. And then this Dazzling Gleam, this weak Dazzling Gleam, like, they did 26 or 24 damage on my Abomasnow with that. I mean, I know I have up the Aurora Veil, but it's like, oh man, poor you. So yeah, that's how those games went. Let me see. So I said that I was gonna break down a little bit like what they might have done differently in order to win that. And yeah, I mean, I talked a little bit through what they could have done here, like just target different people, try to get some kills. You know, they definitely could have taken out my Abomasnow right away, and like probably could have taken out my Beartic if they really wanted to. But you know, I think some teams people see them and they're just like, wait, what do I do? And then yeah, like with this one, yeah, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. They obviously could have just gone for more spores and killed me, or put everyone to sleep. Which, you know, kind of forget them for that if they did. Yeah, Dynamaxing that Dusknoir just did not work. I mean, let's be honest. If they Dynamaxed the Inteleon, they would have still froze, and it wouldn't have worked out well for them. So I don't know what they could have done to win this game. Like, use your Hitmonchan a little better, maybe. Which, I mean, they actually did use Hitmonchan very well, especially with that fake out. And I think I was just a little confused why they Drain Punched my Urshifu. But let's be honest, if you Drain Punch type Null there, you're not going to do that much either. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I got for y'all today. And thanks for tuning in. If there's anything that I'm forgetting, which I'm sure there is, I don't know, maybe I'll write it in the comments or something. But yeah, first video. I've got some great wins under my belt that I wish I had recorded before this, but I don't have them. You know, like beating Excelgor Palisand combo, beating other super ridiculous things. I also have a Moody Octillery that I like to run in not non-ranked battles because I think he just doesn't fare very well in ranked battles, but it is very fun to run Moody Octillery. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. About a 30-minute video. That's fine. Yeah. Have a good day.